Stop everything you're doing. What you're about to discover will shock you about why 97% of people die financially broke. There's a dark truth that the truly wealthy have hidden from you for decades, and today this conspiracy of silence will be shattered. Napoleon Hill spent 25 years studying the secrets of America's most powerful millionaires, and what he discovered was so disturbing, he almost didn't publish his findings. Warning: if you've always wondered why you work so hard but continue struggling financially while others seem to attract money effortlessly, you're about to discover the answer that will change your life forever. The secret isn't in the investments you make, the connections you have, or the luck you possess. It's in something far more powerful and completely under your control, but that no one ever taught you. Last chance to discover why your parents, teachers, and society lied to you about how wealth really works. The next few minutes will reveal the secret method that separated the Rockefellers, Carnegies, and Fords from the rest of humanity. But beware. Once you know this truth, you can no longer use ignorance as an excuse for your current financial situation. When you truly understand that wealth creation begins within yourself, you've already taken the first crucial step toward financial freedom. Most people spend their entire lives looking outward for opportunities, waiting for someone else to hand them success on a silver platter. But here's the truth that separates the wealthy from the wishful thinkers. The most powerful wealth-building tool you'll ever possess is your unwavering focus on developing yourself. This isn't about being selfish or ignoring others. It's about recognizing that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot create wealth from a scattered, unfocused mind. The moment you shift your attention from external circumstances to internal development, everything changes in your financial life. Instead of complaining about the economy, you start studying market trends and investment strategies. Rather than envying successful people, you begin modeling their habits and thought patterns. This fundamental shift in focus transforms you from a passive observer of wealth to an active creator of it. Think about Warren Buffett reading for hours daily, or Elon Musk obsessively learning about rockets and electric vehicles. Their wealth didn't come from luck, but from an intense focus on developing their knowledge and skills. Your current financial situation is a direct reflection of how much attention you've given to your own growth versus how much energy you've wasted on things beyond your control. The wealthy understand this principle intuitively. They invest more time in developing themselves than they spend watching television or scrolling through social media. They know that every hour spent on personal development compounds over time, creating an avalanche effect that builds unstoppable momentum toward financial success. But here's what most people don't realize about this self-focused approach to wealth building. The path to financial success is littered with the dreams of those who couldn't say no to distractions that seemed harmless at the time. Every successful entrepreneur will tell you that learning to eliminate energy drains was more important than any business strategy they ever implemented. These energy drains come in many forms: toxic relationships that constantly demand your emotional resources, endless social media scrolling that fragments your attention, or even well-meaning friends and family who unconsciously sabotage your success with their limiting beliefs. The wealthy have mastered the art of protecting their mental space like a fortress, understanding that their attention is their most valuable currency. Consider how you spend your typical day. Are you investing your energy in activities that compound your wealth, or are you unconsciously bleeding it away on meaningless pursuits? The difference between those who build lasting wealth and those who struggle financially often comes down to this single factor: energy management. Successful people treat their mental energy like a precious resource, carefully allocating it only to activities that move them closer to their financial goals. They understand that saying yes to every social invitation, every Netflix series, or every drama-filled conversation is actually saying no to their financial future. The most successful people in history were ruthless about eliminating anything that didn't serve their mission of wealth creation and personal development. They learned to say no gracefully but firmly, understanding that every distraction they eliminated created more space for wealth-building activities like reading, learning new skills, networking with other successful people, or working on their business ventures. This might sound harsh, but consider this: while others are distracted by temporary pleasures, you'll be building permanent wealth. What would happen to your financial situation if you spent just 1 hour less per day on distractions and 1 hour more on wealth-building activities? Your mindset about money and success is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability. There's no middle ground in the wealth creation game. Most people inherit their money beliefs from parents, teachers, and society without ever questioning whether these beliefs actually serve their financial goals. The wealthy think differently about money because they've deliberately programmed their minds to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to find solutions where others find excuses. This isn't positive thinking or wishful dreaming. It's strategic mental conditioning that creates real-world financial results. The transformation begins when you stop treating your mind like a garden that needs constant tending. Just as you wouldn't plant weeds and expect flowers to bloom, you cannot feed your mind limiting beliefs about money and expect wealth to flourish. Successful people actively cultivate thoughts of abundance, possibility, and personal responsibility. They read books by other successful people, listen to podcasts about wealth creation, and surround themselves with conversations about growth and opportunity. They understand that their thoughts today become their financial reality tomorrow, so they guard their mental diet as carefully as their physical one. Here's a practical exercise that will revolutionize your relationship with money. For the next 30 days, write down every limiting belief you catch yourself thinking about wealth, success, or your abilities. Then, immediately rewrite each limiting belief as an empowering one. For example, "I'm not good with money" becomes, "I'm learning to master my finances every day." This simple practice rewires your brain to see possibilities instead of limitations, opportunities instead of obstacles. But the real magic happens when you combine this mindset work with something even more powerful. Self-discipline is the bridge between your financial dreams and your bank account balance. Without it, all the knowledge in the world becomes worthless theory. The wealthy understand that discipline isn't about depriving yourself of pleasure. It's about choosing long-term satisfaction over short-term gratification. This means investing money instead of spending it on impulse purchases, waking up early to work on your side business instead of sleeping in, or reading educational books instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media. Every act of discipline you practice today compounds into financial freedom tomorrow. Think of self-discipline as a muscle that grows stronger with use, not a personality trait you're either born with or without. Just like physical exercise, financial discipline starts small but builds momentum over time. Begin with tiny commitments you can actually keep, saving just $5 per day, reading 10 pages of a financial book daily, or spending 15 minutes each morning planning your financial goals. These small acts of discipline create a success pattern in your brain that eventually enables you to make bigger, more impactful financial decisions with ease and confidence. The most successful people have learned to love the process of discipline because they associate it with their future financial freedom. They've trained themselves to feel excited about making sacrifices today because they know these sacrifices are investments in their tomorrow. When you see a wealthy person choosing to reinvest profits instead of buying a luxury car or working on weekends while others party, you're witnessing the power of disciplined thinking in action. They're not missing out on life. They're creating a life where they'll have unlimited options. What if you viewed every disciplined choice as a deposit into your future millionaire self's bank account? Every successful person operates from a personal wealth blueprint, a clear, detailed vision of exactly how they'll achieve financial success. This isn't vague dreaming or wishful thinking. It's a strategic roadmap that includes specific income targets, investment strategies, skill development, plans, and timeline milestones. The wealthy understand that without a blueprint, they're just working hard without direction, like trying to build a house without architectural plans. Your personal wealth blueprint becomes your GPS for every financial decision, helping you stay focused on activities that actually move you toward your goals. Creating your wealth blueprint requires brutal honesty about your current financial situation and crystal clarity about where you want to be. Start by calculating your exact net worth today. Every asset, every debt, every source of income. Then define precisely what wealth means to you. Is it $1 million in investments, $10,000 per month in passive income, or complete financial independence by age 45? Next, research and identify the specific strategies successful people in your field have used to achieve similar goals. This might include real estate investing, starting a business, developing high-income skills, or building multiple income streams. The magic happens when you break down your ultimate wealth goal into smaller, actionable milestones that you can achieve within specific time frames. For example, if your goal is $1 million in 10 years, you need to save and invest approximately $100,000 per year, which breaks down to about $8,300 per month. This clarity transforms an overwhelming dream into a manageable monthly target. Your wealth blueprint should include specific books to read, courses to take, people to network with, and skills to develop. Remember, wealthy people don't just work harder. They work with greater precision and purpose because they have a clear blueprint guiding every decision. The knowledge you've just absorbed isn't meant to stay in your head. It's meant to transform your bank account and your entire life. Every moment you delay implementing these principles is a moment you're choosing your current financial situation over the wealth that's waiting for you. The most successful people didn't just learn these concepts, they obsessively applied them until focusing on personal development became as natural as breathing. Your financial transformation begins the second you stop looking for external solutions and start investing every available hour in developing yourself. This channel exists to give you the raw, unfiltered truth about wealth creation that most people are too comfortable to hear and too lazy to apply. We don't deal in fairy tales or get-rich-quick promises. We deal in proven principles that have created more millionaires than any other approach in history. The question isn't whether these methods work. The question is whether you have the courage and discipline to implement them, while others are making excuses. If you're ready to stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the architect of your wealth, then subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell right now. Your future millionaire self is counting on the decisions you make today. Don't let another week pass by without taking action on what you've learned. Your financial freedom depends on it. Moment of truth. Now, you know exactly what separates millionaires from ordinary people. It's not special circumstances, luck, or privileges. It's a conscious daily decision to focus on personal development while others waste energy on distractions that keep them poor forever. The question that will haunt you every night is, will I continue being another statistic of financial mediocrity? Or will I have the courage to implement what I just learned? Brutal reality. Millions of people will watch this content, get emotional about the revelations, agree with every word, and then do absolutely nothing. They'll return to their routines of financial self-destruction, watching Netflix, complaining about the economy, and blaming others for their situation. Don't be one of those people. Your family, your dreams, and your future depend on the decision you make in the next 24 hours. Urgent. Your last opportunity. If you let this moment pass without taking action, you're consciously choosing to remain in the same financial situation for the next 5, 10, or 20 years. The truly wealthy know that procrastination is the silent killer of financial dreams. Implement at least one strategy today, right now, before your rational mind finds 1,000 excuses to postpone your transformation. Your financial freedom cannot wait another day.